Hi, okay, welcome to training number 2 in module 2, why you aren't burning fat and why you can't seem to burn your belly fat. In the last training, we talked about a hormone called leptin. And in this training, we're going to talk about the hormone called adiponectin. This is the second hormone that's super crucial to understanding weight loss during menopause. To know about, and it's part of the hormone protocol in my weight loss method that I use with my clients. Adiponectin, also very similar to leptin, happens to be made by our fat cells, which, by the way, there aren't that many hormones that are made by fat cells, so these two are a little bit special. Adiponectin is known as the fat burning hormone, but I like to call it the secret agent hormone because it does this really cool special thing. When it's ignited, it acts like a built-in self-destruction mechanism for stored fat. It literally tells the body to burn up your existing accumulated fat for energy. Adiponectin has anti-inflammatory and insulin sensitizing effects that actually buffer the damaging impact of high cortisol. So not only is it really helpful in burning fat and getting rid of fat stores, but it's also very protective for the system as a whole. If you have low adiponectin, that equals less protection against cortisol's impact. And some of the impacts, and you don't have to remember this right now, we'll get into this in another training, but a couple of the negative impacts of chronic increased cortisol levels is muscle breakdown, when the body starts to actually catabolize or break down our own muscle tissue and replace it with fat. And then also blood sugar spikes are another negative side effect of high cortisol. So having a low adiponectin level can actually increase and amplify the negative effects of increased cortisol as well. So the goal is to have your adiponectin levels high to get that buffering effect and to get your body actually burning the fat that is stored on your body for energy. The problem that most women face is that the more body fat that we have, the less adiponectin we make. So very similar to leptin. You'd think that if you had more fat, if it was made by fat cells, then you'd make more adiponectin and it would work for you. But that's not how it works. The more body fat you have accumulated on in your system, the less adiponectin is turned on and the less of it is actually made. So it becomes harder and harder for you to burn fat the more fat you have. But don't worry, there's definitely a strategy and a way to get that adiponectin ignited, turned on, and getting your body to burn your fat reserves. And that's one of the things that I teach, a strategy that has become a cornerstone of the success for my clients. So right now, I'm going to talk a little bit about the adipoleptin ratio. I mentioned this in the last training, and I was talking about how the ratio of adiponectin to leptin in the system matters. A high ratio, meaning you have more adiponectin in your body relative to leptin, equals better metabolic health. You have lower inflammation in the system, and you have a more balanced cortisol rhythm. Not to mention that your body is burning fat for energy. A low ratio, which is very common in women during menopause, is that you have a higher, so a low ratio meaning less adiponectin relative to higher leptin levels. That creates a higher risk of chronically elevated cortisol levels, terrible sleep, chronic fatigue, anxiety, brain fog, and more accumulation of specifically the abdominal fat, and including insulin resistance. So this low ratio is why it can feel nearly impossible to lose weight no matter what you do. And it's the number one most prevalent problem for women over 40. And this issue is called hormone related weight loss resistance, which I'm going to go more deeply into in a different class. So stay tuned and keep working your way through the modules. And don't forget to book your 15-minute call with me if you haven't done it yet. This is a call where I can help you determine if this is an issue for you and help you outline a game plan for you to be able to fix it. So just click the link below, pick a day and time that works for you, and don't forget to leave a comment and let me know your thoughts on this training. Don't forget that it gets you points, and the more points you get, the more access you have to other trainings as I keep adding to them. And that's my goal, is to just keep adding trainings and to help you in the best way that I possibly can. So book your call, leave a comment, ask any questions that you might have about this training or about any of the other trainings, and let's get you feeling amazing in your body again. Looking forward to talking with you.